Welcome to Sugoi Kakkoii, the podcast so nice we named it twice. Your hosts are me, Caden, Greg,
Heyo,
and Ariana.
Hello.
We are an anime review podcast in which we review the top 3 anime of a season as rated by MyAnimeList. For winter 2018, those are Death March, Violet Evergarden, and Citrus. We also choose 3 additional sleeper pick series, one picked by each of our hosts. For me, that's Junji Ito Collection. For Greg, that's Tonkotsu Ramens. And for Ariana, that's Pop Team Epic. We also have a rule of no duplicate series or sequels. So, sorry Overlord fans. The docket for today is Violet Evergarden, Citrus, Death March, Pop Team Epic, Ito Junji Collection, and Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. And there's also a timer rule, apparently.
Yep.
Greg says
10 minutes per anime, just so we can not keep ranting about Death March for about 20. So I guess we can start then with Violet Evergarden in 3, 2, 1. All right. Thoughts on episode 2?
Yeah. I mean, still best anime of the season. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but sorry.
I mean, yeah, I can sort of stand by that. Although, oh gosh, I don't
like Violet. Anymore. I don't like Violet's character. I don't like Violet's character. But yeah, okay.
Okay, let's not get that far.
Okay. I feel like Violet is a pretty good character because there's so much you can build upon her. I mean, there's room for actual character development. Because if you give her just a plain I don't know, just she's fine where she is right now.
Yeah,
I feel. Because that's room for plenty of character development.
When your character's she's a robot, dude, that's it. That she's a robot, bro. We get it. It's symbolism. She's a doll. We get the symbolism. You can't stop saying it over and over again. Characters in the show.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
I don't know. I think that the symbolism it's supposed to be, sure, it might be blatant, but in this case, it's supposed to exemplify the fact that she starts out flat and then is going to develop because all she knew was the major.
But the point of symbolism is that it isn't inherent, because then there wouldn't be need for a symbol. It's basically not even symbolism because everyone says it. The characters in the show say, yeah, she's like a doll and she's on an auto memory doll. Wow, she's like a real doll. We get it. We get the point. You don't have to keep saying it.
I mean, I suppose I don't know. I still think that a lot of what they're doing with other characters, though, just besides Violet, is also pretty neat. Although there are some that, some of them get on my nerves. I think Erica is going to be an interesting character to see. I think that she's
waifu.
The waifu. I don't know. I think that the fact that they established her is similar to Violet, but not exactly.
Is she the one with the bowl haircut and the glasses?
Yeah, she's the one with the bowl haircut and glasses.
Did you know that? We're not on that character, but go ahead.
What are you talking about?
I just wanted to point something out. I thought it was pretty interesting.
The
guy, you know, with the yellow blonde hair or whatever.
Yeah.
He wears high heels.
Benedict. Yeah, I saw that when he stopped the car.
It was weird. I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
It's all right. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. No, it's a little weird. It's weird.
But then that would be then it got me confused. I'm like, what time era is this? It feels weird. I can't really identify what time era they're trying to imply here.
No, they always do the vague World War I-ish era where it's there's cars but there aren't computers. Don't get that part mixed up. It's the vague World War I era.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a steampunk show, so of course they're going to do it in early 20th century style, but not that they're only taking some futuristic elements. I mean, I have no problem with the setting, or at least how they draw it. Holy crap, animators.
I like it.
But, I mean, so far, I can't really say much about this episode, just because
wait. Did you guys notice...
No, you can...
The one thing that threw me for a loop that I noticed that was I love this world building thing, but Katala, the hot auto memory doll, she mentions like put your fingers on the F.
Catula?
Yeah, she says put your fingers on the F and G keys.
F and the G.
Yeah, but the characters are all like fantasy runes. Why? Like you can make up a letter, or if you're just gonna use the same.
No, it's more of like I guess it's more of like a translation.
Yeah, I
don't know. I feel like it's just a translation.
I don't know how you translate F wrong.
Well, I guess it's
like I kind of want to know what it said like in the actual like dub, like the Japanese dub. Did they say like hit
oh yeah, that's speaking of which, I did watch the dub instead of the sub this time just to see how it went. Holy crap, by the way, Violet, whoever voice acts Violet, spot on. But I thought that the dub, I guess it added, I wouldn't really say it added a layer, but
did you watch the dub?
Yeah, I watched the dub. I watched
oh my god. Oh my god.
That just sunk in for me. Whoa. Oh no.
I just did it for fun.
Did he just say it sounded good?
I mean, it was. It was
Greg,
a pretty good.
I think we're gonna have an executive meeting, Greg. Can you come over here with me, Ariana?
Oh my god!
I think we should.
Typically, I am in the sub corner, but I'm fine with.
Sorry, that's just how natural selection works, bud.
Oh my god! I don't know.
I get your point. No, I get your point. I get your point.
Like, I wanted to see what it would add because, particularly with this, all these characters seem like they're based off like some sort of English counterpart. Like, that's the entire setting of steampunk. It's supposed to be like sort of like you're in industrial England, and that idea, I was like, I wonder how dubs would handle it. It's done pretty well. I don't really have much to add other than that. Because this episode in general, it was a setup. This episode, the purpose was exposition.
Wait, okay. I'm looking forward Wait, so did you see the ending where what was his face? Like the red-headed guy, the main big guy. What's his name?
The main big guy.
Captain, Colonel, something like.
It's Hodgins.
Look,
Hodgins.
He didn't say. He didn't say that Major was dead.
Yeah, he didn't say that the Major was dead. That wasn't.
He's gone.
So like, there is a possibility that he's gone.
Jeez,
but
you guys are as worse as
gone
Violet.
Forever.
But
no, I mean,
oh my god.
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I feel like he's probably like a prisoner of war, maybe.
Yeah, like what was it? Like that wasn't interesting. Like what they did with the Major. Like his brother apparently gave Violet as like a human trafficking person.
So weird.
Yeah. That was a little bit weird.
No, I'm really interested. I like the flashback scenes. I'm really interested to see how they like do both, like that current with.
Yeah, like there are definitely some really cool things that they're doing. It's just like I enjoy the pacing. It's just that for this episode in particular, like it's not the animation. It was so cool to talk about first episode, like, but I'm getting used to it. I guess you could say.
I mean,
no. But can I?
They did start
the CG is continuing to be like good. It's subtle,
yes, I will.
But it works with everything. Like Claudia's whatever, like her briefcase or what, or yeah, I think it was a briefcase. It was actually CG, but you couldn't even like really tell. Because she wasn't like swinging it around or anything, but it worked. It like worked well. It made it look like a real like tangible object.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to say it's not just animation, but like there's a little bit of cinematography like practices going on. Like there'd be scenes of her just on like in the middle of the street where like a lot of things are moving around, but it's just her.
Yeah,
I like those kind of scenes. It's like visual eye candy.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
I love the time lapse scenes they do. Like they're so well done. Like they had, like,
God,
the flower one this episode. Like that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like there are just so many like small scenes that they pay so much attention to detail to. The problem is that they're so fleeting that it's hard to like talk about them and like say how much they're amazing from a storytelling standpoint because it's just something that your eyes see and you're like, holy crap, that was a cool thing.
I'm also a little like confused. Like I get like there's ghostwriters, they exist, but I thought they kind of implied that it was for illiterate people mostly, but then they had the people who knew how to read and that were like pissed off when they read the letter. So then, like why like who has someone professionally ghostwrite something if you're not like a famous actor or something? Like that I don't think that even existed.
Yeah, like the entire idea of why that happened. Like, what was it? It was because the wife to the wife.
Yeah, she wanted
a type like a.
No, she was a.
typewriting company. Like, she was blind.
Yeah, the blind.
She was blind.
Yeah, the blind
and
author of the.
Instead, she had someone like type what she wanted for her, and that was the first auto memory doll. Like, in a way, I feel like if you really want to like take this like the super science fiction route, you could say that this is almost like dystopian, in that all of a sudden now the only way that we can write down information is by giving it to literal dolls that, like Violet, as I'm imagining, are almost emotionless and unable to capture everything that we want to say in a letter.
Oh, so it's symbolic.
So if you're gonna take like symbolic, it's actually interesting that the only person that can capture emotion is one person, and the rest struggle with it, because writing is supposed to be something that you're able to do yourself. It's something that you can't put, like, there's some emotions that you feel that you can't really tell someone to describe. So I thought it was interesting that they're making the people, like, I love you. They're making someone that couldn't possibly understand, like, the core of your specific I love you. And they're making someone without emotions trying to do it, or, like, a doll. I thought that was kind of a cool
I am excited for the setup they had at the end, where it's like she's gonna go to the class. So I mean, it at least promises some interesting interactions. As far as that,
it does look promising. So as we eclipse 10 minutes, any final thoughts? Are we good?
Probably gonna be animated.
Major's probably still alive. Bet.
No, I
think Major's still alive.
Let's not end it with that.
All right. Well, we won't end it with that. We'll just say that we're looking forward to episode 3. Moving on then.
Looking
what's
forward
next on the
to
docket?
Please don't say that.
Citrus.
Okay.
Okay. So. Can I speak first about this one?
Don't make me. Yeah.
Okay. So after episode 1. I was under the impression... Well, I really enjoyed Citrus's characters, mostly because the sexual tension was tame. And then they start off episode 2 with, like, rape in the shower. And that was my first
because her kissing her on the bed. Her kissing her on the bed was the cool...
Did May lick her neck?
Cool.
Did May lick her neck?
Yes, she did.
My God,
she licked the water off her neck. And then it's like, oh, it's so cute. They love each other.
Slurp, slurp.
What? There's
like, what?
Like, I don't know. I still stand by the fact that Harmin is best girl.
Yeah, she is, but one girl cannot carry a show.
One girl can't carry a show.
She cannot carry a show, and it's not a good show. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt.
I'll be honest. I'm losing my opinion
2.
of Citrus just with episode 2. That said, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, it can reclaim itself.
It can redeem itself. Okay, so the fact that I knew this was gonna happen, but like the blonde chick, I forgot what's her name. Yuzu. Yeah. God, it was so like cringy to watch because like. Oh my God! When she freaking embarrassed herself in front of everyone, saying like, "Hey guys, I'm the director's daughter or whatever, stepdaughter or whatever."
Actually, yeah. Can we?
Oh my God!
Can we talk about what she was wearing? Then, like, okay, she had this like side ponytail that was in a twirl.
Greg, it's fashion.
Greg,
how do you do that with your hair? Like,
Greg, that's
I know
gal
it's anime,
fashion.
but oh my gosh.
If you pitch me Drake and Josh the anime, but gay, I would have thought I'd been on board with it. But it's not even good. Like the CG, the CG is the worst. It's worse than Death March, and it's Death March I'm talking about.
Okay, let's not talk about Death March yet.
Well, because the way that they use CG on Citrus is like mundane and boring. It's mundane and boring. There's nothing. Why would they use CG in the first place? I know it's noticeable, but
when you
is it cheaper than the handwriting anymore?
I would think it wouldn't be. I would think it. I guess because you just use the same 3 models, but you think you could like copy paste like whatever you drew.
Yeah, like I don't know. Did they really think it was necessary to have a glass elevator in a school? Like
it's a fancy school.
That's one of the things that I was wondering.
It's all girls prep school.
Yeah, I'm not cool about this love story. Because she loves her already, apparently. Apparently, if you assault a girl a couple times, you get her on your side.
Speaking of which, when Yuzu exposed the sensei, by the way, his name's Amamiya. I thought that was kind of funny because that's the same name as the new Persona 5
I don't think I have that in my
protagonist.
notes. I don't even think I have that in my notes.
I wrote it down in my notes.
Did they say
just
it like once? They say it like once?
I wrote it down in my notes just because
what a
the same
pointless
name as
character.
Persona 5's protagonist. I thought
what
that
a
was funny.
pointless character.
But no,
why was he even there?
Is he done? Is that it?
Yes, he got kicked out.
Like, did he just get kicked out of the show?
Teacher.
He literally got replaced.
Which one?
Yes.
The teacher?
The teacher.
They kicked him out for no reason.
Like, Yuzu just exposed the fact that, like, what? He was... What did you even expose him for?
I thought they would know about it.
For kissing May on campus.
Didn't everybody know that
like,
she was
everybody
engaged?
did know about it. Because the teachers
they know
not the
they were
teachers, but like the
engaged, but they
students
didn't
were
know-
like...
They knew she was engaged, but they didn't know she was, like, kissing him on campus, which was the taboo thing, because they weren't, like, married. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, but
And the whole like the school's actually all lesbians because they're engaged and there's no guys there.
Like, can we talk about what Harumin... Like, what did Harumin say again? What did Harumin... Oh, yeah, Harumin was like, oh, you know, it's normal for girls to flirt with other girls because literally there are no boys to put out our sexual lust.
Hey guys, we're all girls. Let's do some girl stuff tonight.
At what point did the writers think that was the right thing to say?
No, that freaked me. I was like... No, I was watching it and I was like, I don't remember this in the manga.
Oh my god.
Yeah, did the manga just straight up say, like, they're all lesbians? That's the plot. Everyone here is.
Why was Yuzu surprised? Like, they're all girls.
I was surprised. I don't think that's how it works exactly. I'm pretty sure they get boyfriends off campus. Like, really? I didn't know. I don't think if you put me in an all boys school and have me engaged to someone, I'd be gay to it. I turn gay because I need to let it out. I don't think that's how it works.
I need to let it out.
Oh my god.
No,
guys, sexual tension is killing me right now.
Like make May a guy, and this whole plot falls apart. Like, it's not even it's cute anymore. It's like, it's creepy and like assaulty. It's not a good show.
Like, okay. Like, we've been ignoring the elephant in the room. Can we just talk about literally ripping off the buttons of a shirt? Like, just throw it.
Okay,
can we mention the fact?
Can we mention the fact that she didn't even close the door? Open door policy. She knew that her dad or something was gonna, or granddad, or whoever he is gonna walk in, and hey, what's happening, mate?
Maybe that's the. That's the.
No,
kink.
Did you see how fast he got up there?
Yeah,
did you see how fast? Because we knew there were stairs there, right? So he must have walked in, booked it to her room, and been like, "What's happening?"
Hey,
May, what's up? What's up?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like that.
My favorite part was baka that Yuzu said.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I
don't know. And then she walks to the grandfather like with her clothes like half ripped. And is like trying to expect like she'll be taken seriously.
She's like, "Yeah, I was doing your granddaughter. What are you gonna do about it?"
Literally, it looked like May straddled
her. It sucks.
It
sucks.
Oh my god,
it's messed up, dude.
And then one more thing. When May leaves, Yuzu is sniffing her blankets. Right?
Oh my!
Yes, and it's weird.
Like, she's self-aware.
You're saying that
she's like, I'm so creepy. Word for word, she says, I'm so creepy. I'm weird. But she just continues to sniff the blankets because in her mind,
not even sweet.
The hot sexual desire is too much for her.
How about
the room had the same concept.
Stepsisters. They're literally stepsisters, though. How about that part? That's a really weird part.
It's weird because wouldn't the piece of clothing would smell the same as her house because she's been in there for a while now.
Honestly,
it shouldn't even. Honest, that's weird.
What is it? She smells like citrus. Title drop. Roll credits.
Oh my gosh, that.
When are they gonna
foreshadowing.
I don't know what it. Yeah, but why?
Yeah, it's not because Yuzu's name is like lemon. Yuzu's
no,
lemon
it is.
Japanese.
Remember when Yuzu?
Then what's May? Is May something?
Lime. Orange. I don't know.
Or lime.
No, remember when Yuzu
lemon lime.
Yuzu was like, I like the smell of May's hair. Bet it's citrus. Bet that's the scent.
That's why it's citrus.
That's it.
Like you heard it first.
This whole anime was a shampoo commercial.
From Sugoi Kakkoii. You heard it here first. Greg the Prophet has spoken.
Greg Heffley.
It's gonna be the last episode. It's gonna be the last episode.
It's going to happen.
So Yuzu, what attracted you? It's like, your hair smelled like citrus. And it's a roll credit.
It's a shampoo commercial.
Maybe she's born with it.
You get to see a shampoo commercial.
Like that. Oh my god. I don't know. Nevertheless, I will give some benefit of doubt.
No, I'm finally glad you guys are seeing my point that this is not even good.
I'm definitely seeing the point. I'm definitely I had higher hopes going into it. I suppose.
I don't know why. I think the first episode made it pretty clear.
Because the background of this show, people were saying that this was actually a story-based Yuri. Because it was so high ranked.
Yeah, there's a story. It's just super boring.
Yeah, well,
it's there. It's there. It's certainly there, but
it's just not paced well. It's only been 2 episodes.
It's just not interesting.
Yeah, it's only been 2 episodes.
It's just not interesting.
It's only been 2 episodes, so I would understand if the pacing.
I'm not compelled at all. The only like mystery element is that what happened between May and her father, and I don't even care. But I don't even care about it, so I'm not invested. It's like you have to have something like Violet. It's like, I wonder what's gonna happen next week, and like later down, there's at least like there's stuff happening, so you can be like, oh, cool, I can't wait to figure that out. Citrus, I'm like dreading it. I don't want it. I don't want to see what happens next.
No, yeah, you're right, but I'm still going to try and give it the benefit of the doubt. It's definitely ranked lower than I once thought, but
thank God.
I'm gonna believe. It hasn't been 3 episodes yet. It hasn't been 3 episodes.
Yuri anime of the year, because I hope I don't see another. I hope that there's no competition. Please don't make another Yuri anime this year.
Flip Flapper season 2, baby.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we've got to move on. We've got to move on.
Really? Is it being released?
So we've got to move on. It's been 10 minutes. So
no, not. I was already not liking it. So now you're gonna throw me in the fire.
We've got to move on. The more time we waste, the less we have to talk about
Death
March.
Yeah.
The more we waste on citrus, the less we spend on Death March.
And that's saying something.
Oh my god.
Wait, can I just wait? Are we on Death March now?
Yeah, we're on Death March.
I want to point something out. Okay, so I watch on Anime DAO, which is like a different version of like Kiss Anime kinda, and on the bottom we're not sponsored unless Anime DAO listens to this and then they start to sponsor. Anyway, so like on the bottom of the episodes there are people commenting on it, right?
Yeah.
Like there are actual people who are invested in this anime. Like I'm gonna pull up the comments right now. There are people who are actually.
Okay.
Yeah, of course there is. It's a power fantasy. Of course there is.
You know this anime is hot right now. It's apparently trending.
Okay, no.
It's a hot trending anime.
Okay.
So
let me talk about this, because I decided that I was gonna try and scrutinize every terrible detail of the show. I got a page full of notes. So
you could have a 4,000 word essay about how bad this one episode was.
Okay. So the skills, apparently persuasion and trickery is a skill, right? But
it's not even like, it doesn't mean it's passive. Like, is he consciously deciding that?
Did he get smarter? Did he get smarter? Yeah, just because he did that.
I know completely what you mean. Like, they imply like, oh, these are passive skills that he can say. So what does that mean? He's like, oh wow, this skill worked really well. So like, what was he like possessed?
Yeah, like was that his plan? And then second part, number 2. So Xena, the blonde, that apparently does. Why would she say, "Oh, I don't have a boyfriend"? Like, where does that?
Because she's already attracted to him.
Fan service.
Fantasy.
Greg, fan service.
I mean, I should have seen that coming. And then also, okay. So the person that's
wait. Can I throw in something? This is something I noted. Okay, so I just noticed. I watched on like, what do I watch on? I watch on like Kick-Ass Anime, and I just noticed the poster. They have it off to the side. I just noticed the poster. There is our main protagonist, Satu, and 8. Count them. 8 anime waifus on the poster.
See what I tell you?
That's
like one waifu for every episode.
Where do we stop? Like, okay, like let's think about it. So we have
can
Xena.
stop now.
We have Xena. We have
There's Xena,
Iona.
Martha,
Iona.
the two.
Iona, because apparently
yeah.
Iona, like the guard that was like questioning him because apparently she wanted to kill him. Now all of a sudden she wants to help him find a place to stay because of persuasion and trickery.
Wait, they wanted to kill her? What? I mean, him?
Yeah, she wanted to kill him. Xena was like, "Oh no, please don't kill him," and she was like, "Nope, gotta kill him." And then he boosts persuasion and trickery.
It's the guard.
Yeah, it's the guard. Yeah. And I was like, "What the heck? How does that?" And then suddenly they're best friends. And then Martha, okay.
I like how
Martha's
they spent like
literally
a good chunk.
Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this.
That's so messed up.
Arrow Manga Sensei. Everybody's calling out people for how old was she? 12? The girl that said I love dicks? So. Yeah, 12. Right? Martha's 13, but it's okay. It's okay because they made the age of being a consenting adult 15. 15 is the age of an adult in this world.
It's so much.
We don't
even know if that's the minimum age. He just says you're an adult. It could be even lower.
15 is an adult. They literally did that just so they could justify.
We don't know if that's the minimum. We don't even know that's the minimum age. It could be like 11.
Hey, but they're adults. Oh,
like,
that is so.
Point?
Oh my god.
At what point?
No. Can you imagine? People are just like, oh, he can definitely hit that girl because like it's legal there. It's definitely fine. So then they're gonna loot her.
Okay, you notice how he also has his stupid video game overlay constantly? Like that's just on his eyes. That's just his eyes. Because every shot we get from a POV is that, and then when they have like some of the shots that are third person, you can see it in.
I'd kill myself. I'd kill myself.
You have
that's disgusting. No, that's the scary part. He can't go to settings. He can't go to settings and change the sizes of anything. Or at least take it off. It's so gross.
So dumb. What a dumb oversight.
Oh my god.
And then,
I love like the 10 minutes they spent on like describing how the money system works.
Not just that.
Five consoles.
They spent 10 minutes animating him eating.
Yeah. Did
you see that? Yeah, like a 10-minute montage of him eating.
Yeah, but it's a loop. It's a loop.
Okay. I counted this. Okay, you know when he eats when he's eating dinner. You know when he's eating dinner. I counted this. 1 minute and 30 seconds of commentary on each dish.
It was like what, 4 dishes?
There were 4 dishes.
5 minute wasted.
He spends 20 seconds per dish.
Oh, I was gonna say.
He spends 20 seconds per dish saying, "Oh, the flavors here are so amazing," and literally,
I'm like, I'm not watching Food Wars season 4 or
what
something.
What am I watching?
And then his clothes fly off, and he's like, "This dish uses blah blah blah."
Also, okay. So, speaking of the money, I actually just for fun, I wanted to see how this worked, and the money system is so screwed up here. So, okay, so I did the math.
Did you count? Did you count?
I did the math. I did the math. I didn't count what he got from the lizardman, but I did the math on what these would be equivalent to. So, 5 copper equals 1 silver. And 3 copper.
5 large copper equals a silver.
5 copper.
There's small copper apparently too.
There's small copper. There's large
and bits.
Copper. There's bits. There's
small
bits
copper,
too.
large coppers,
and silver. Right. So 5 large
that we know of so far.
5 large copper equals 1 silver. 3 large copper equals a renewal for a visa. But the fine for not renewing it is 1 silver, and then by not paying that fine, you're immediately a slave. So, like that's a little bit ridiculous. What I don't understand is this visa that you need to pay
a silver for.
That it's like you need to pay a silver to get if you get the fine, right? You need to pay a silver for it for like 10 days, was it?
Yeah.
Like 10 days. To get 10 days as an inn, you need 2 silver. Where are you going to get 2 silver?
Why did you calculate this?
The 1.
To what extent are we ever going to use this piece of knowledge
we're using
when we're watching this anime?
Because okay, more. One small.
Because the lore doesn't make sense. They don't care.
At the end, the protagonist becomes like a banker or something.
I don't know.
They might as well. They spent 5 minutes explaining how the conversion works.
Why would you
in the show?
How many bits are in a copper? I don't know
Stop!
how many bits are in a copper.
It's not supposed to make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. We'll just leave it at it doesn't make sense.
That's like saying the age of consent and like being adult 13 at the age of 13 is okay, and that's like everyone agrees to the fact that that's legal and that should be the right thing to do in that place. So
Guys, it's an anime.
Okay,
it's an
fine.
It's animation. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, fine. Can we at least talk about how the demi-humans are literally just the Faunus and Ruby?
Oh my god, the
lore doesn't work. The lore doesn't work. The lore doesn't work.
That's the most stupid thing. You're trying to implement racism in this anime.
The Faunus are discriminated because they're so powerful, apparently, because their demi-human traits give them talents.
It's
the demi-humans, what like they have like these ridiculous titles. They're apparently like supervillains. Like there was literally a cart of them being dragged around.
Yeah, but they're also slaves, and they might be good guys. Get it?
Dude, one of them is like waifu. One of them is gonna be antagonist
waifu. Three of them because
we had that clip of
the two slave girls, the two little lolly slave girls. They're also in the poster. They're on top of the cart. Yes,
this
they
reminds
are.
me of
Swear to God.
This is like the what's the race called in No Game No Life has.
I know what you're talking about. Is it the furries?
The island, the one that kick off the
because
island.
They took Ruby and they took No Game No Life and were like, let's take the worst parts of both.
They took Ruby.
They took
Ruby,
and then they downgraded it.
And then let's downgrade it. Like
it's great. The lore's not only does it not work, it's boring too. It's not even interesting. It's like there's a demon king, and this country is like a normal fantasy country who kill demon kings, and there's dragons too, and there's a hero. It's not interesting. That's not a cool plot. Like I don't care.
Would you find it more interesting than Citrus?
No,
exactly.
Okay. Like comparing this to Citrus, like Citrus isn't the worst, but only because Death March is here.
Okay. Also, one more thing, because this anime. Oh my god.
We are definitely surpassing the 10-minute mark here.
No. We actually haven't. We actually haven't.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're under time. So okay, one more thing. So I will let if I were to let persuasion and trickery slide as skill, and I'll just say fine, whatever. I like that works. Poker face is apparently a skill in the skill tree.
They have such stupid
haggling
skills for it.
is haggling. Haggling is a skill in the skill tree, and then alcohol tolerance. Like okay. Let's think about this.
We need an idea.
If this is a game, and he got sucked into the game world, why would you ever in a MOBA need alcohol tolerance as
because
a skill?
Obviously it's a status effect being drunk. If you even thought about this for a second, you would know this.
When would you need poker face?
Idiot.
Like, come on, you're not maxing out your strength. You're maxing out your drinking tolerance, alcohol tolerance. Imagine maxing that out.
I don't understand some of the.
So funny.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, now we hit 10 minutes, so we've got to move on, but obviously we know our opinion on this.
Yeah, best anime of the season.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Duh.
Alright.
Goes without saying.
Alright, so...
We're just gonna have to kiss Death March goodbye.
Oh, we're on Pop Team?
We're gonna miss that anime.
Okay, we're on Pop Team? Okay.
Okay, good. Alright.
Ho.
Greg, he's been ants in his pants for the longest time because he wants to speak about his stupid theory.
I have a theory. So,
oh god.
So I was actually late.
This is based on a 4-coma gag manga. By the way, before Greg goes off,
I was late to the podcast because I was trying to reanalyze this. So
my god.
So just want to add as a first part that the caster in like the RPG skit. Like, where they're fighting the Demon Lord. It looks like Megumin. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And then he said Demon King, so, like, Konosuba has Demon King.
Yeah.
Unless, Death March might have Demon King. Don't tell me Death March is gonna probably have Demon King.
They did. They said they have a Demon Lord. None of the Demon Lord.
Demon Lord, but not Demon King.
They have Demon Lord.
Okay, but if we're gonna get to the theory.
Some other demon.
If we're gonna get to... Okay, so when I saw the actual opening of this anime, I was like, okay, this is actually a really cool opening. And
the opening was awesome.
And I thought that the idol part was gone, and then
it came back.
It came back, right? So I was
I was gonna be like, oh, Greg's gonna be so disappointed.
No, I was like, oh my god,
oh, no.
This idol part is definitely going to be. This is definitely.
It's a
this
running
has to
gag.
do with
It's
something.
gonna be a running.
So I investigated. You know,
it's a running gag.
So
was it on the ending? It was on the ending, right? There was no like.
Yeah, it was on the ending. It was on the ending. There was no in between.
Okay.
So you know how there's like the idol segment where they turn into like literal dolls.
Yeah.
And then,
don't say that.
So okay, the lyrics of this idol part. One of them are, I don't care what your tastes are. And if my theory that Susugo is a trap, then that means...
And here we go.
That means...
We're saving ramens for the end, by the way.
I hope you realize the fact that...
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
Papaku
is the one singing that. So if anything, Papaku is the trap.
No.
She is.
The point is, they're both idols. And then also, I thought it was kind of funny that who is it? Daichi? Is that like the fake protagonist of the idol?
The manager.
He's now the new manager of the idol crew. I thought it was kind of funny that as soon as he became the
of course,
new manager,
it's a parody on like Love Live and like that crap.
No, but like when he became the manager of the idol crew, they changed the voice actors. So who.
Did they?
Yeah, they changed. They changed them to male.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I liked how they switched that up. They switched that up instead of having the males first.
Okay, speaking of which, I have to say, when they went to the fourth wall break with the with all the voice actors, and then they went.
Oh yeah, that was.
Then
awesome.
they went to like. Then they went to like the ring.
They did the zoom in. It's like, did you see it? Did you miss it?
And I was zoomed in, and I was holy crap! There's like a girl right there. I missed it. And
I feel like
they zoomed in. And it was just
there's some parts of that is like lost though, because that's definitely Japanese culture stuff, like the taking up snapshot of like the fortunes thing.
Yeah,
like that was mostly Japanese.
No, did you watch the second half? Like it was essentially the same thing, but there were like subtle differences. Did you watch?
Yeah, like they changed subtle. They did what they did with the first episode.
No, but
it's like they changed subtle parts
when they did the zoom in. Like after the fourth wall break to Pop and Peeve Me.
There's a second part to it.
There was a second part to it, and all I could think of was that it was scarier than Ito Junji. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's bad.
That second part was almost scarier than Ito Junji, and that was
that's bad. We're not gonna get to that yet. Yeah, we'll wait for that one.
You gotta hold that in, dude.
Yeah, we'll wait for that one, Greg.
But oh my gosh, there's so much that I still don't understand about the show and never will.
No, I like, you can tell there's like, even if the production value wasn't amazing for this show, there's so much heart that went into it.
Yeah,
that it's so entertaining to watch. Like it just blows by. I mean, of course, it's a shorter episode technically if you don't watch both halves. But like, it's like it goes by so fast. Like I'm over here in Citrus, and I feel like I've been watching for like 2 hours. It's like stop, just end it already. I watched Death March. I feel like I died. And
Death March is worse.
Because I feel like I watched Death March, died, revived, and kept watching it. And I'm like, oh, just end it, please. This show looks like I blinked and it was over.
I'm gonna say that Pop Team Epic is probably one of the best users of CGI in this season. They use CGI. Yeah. That's compared to any other anime, maybe not.
Citrus.
Okay. Death March.
Citrus. Death Marches is bad. Death Marches is still better than Citruses though, even though it's terrible.
I can't really agree with that one. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
At least Death March tried. I mean, it's awful, but it tried to. But we're not talking about that.
Oh man.
Are you really saying that Death March is trying?
Well, we're talking about Pop Team Epic. Let's calm down.
It all goes back to Death March.
Oh my gosh. I think though that it's worth. What should we talk about now? Oh god, there's so much.
Oh, you mean
the Australian was hilarious.
I like Bob Team Epic.
Bob Team
the super creep.
No, like the animation style. Like I sat there watching it on a full screen. I'm like, there's a person out there whose art style looks exactly like this, and then the animators are just like, you know what, your art style is so ugly. Just put it on there. It's gonna be funny. Don't worry. Like someone actually draws that. Imagine.
That's hilarious.
It's disgusting.
I like how they make the cat face like mouths like this gross part of their like open mouths like pink like flaps. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
It hurts my eyes.
No, this is a trip. This is a trip. Very fun. I definitely recommend watching this, even if you're not like a traditional fan of like gag.
Did you understand the what was it? The hide and seek part?
What the when they she gets really close
like,
to her?
Where he gets really
Are
close
you
and
ready?
And
it's like
into like the teeth.
It turns into a TV thing.
Yeah.
Some of these things. What?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like Lol Surrandom XD.
I don't know.
Lol.
It's surrealism.
Something like that. Epic surreal. Penguin of Doom.
It's surreal.
It's a new form of comedy. It's gonna be like funny in years after this. Like in 2050, they're gonna watch this anime like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's gonna like reference some meme then. It's gonna be some meme by then. It's like, what a classic. That's how culture's gonna work. Sorry.
Oh man.
I mean, watching this UCG like right after Citrus and because I watched in the order of the docket, so I watched this right after Citrus and Death March, and then I saw this CG, and I'm like, oh, it can be used right. There is hope.
Oh my gosh.
Because I had Violet show me at first. I'm like, oh, cool, wow, this is the future. And then I had Citrus and Death March punch me in the gut and like leave me to die. And Pop Team came over and like lifted me up and gave me nutrients.
Ascended. We have ascended, boys.
Like I don't really know how to describe it because typically I try and like find like I try to allude it to something like. I want to say that it's almost like how The Simpsons, like, it's slapstick, but then it's also, like, you can try and put some intelligence to it, and it has a deeper meaning to the joke, but I don't know how you can find a deeper meaning in Pop Team Epic. It's just...
Was the yarn dancing idol scene, was that stop motion? Was that actually, like, stop motion animation? Like,
yeah, I think so.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, there was
they put a lot of heart and soul on this.
That's crazy.
You have stop motion, and then you have Bob Team Epic.
Bob Team Epic.
Yeah, that's what they cut the cost. It's like, why is there like 3 Bob teams in this episode? It's like, well, we had that really big musical number.
Yeah, they had the Seiyu video and everything. Like real life video. The Seiyus.
Yeah.
The voice actors.
It's impressive. This is definitely the most like heartfelt. Like Violet's like impressive when you watch it, but you can tell it's like they're doing this so they could be animated this season. This seems like a team that actually likes what they're doing and they're putting their effort into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually making fun with this.
It's oh man, I don't know. Like it's funny because Ariana was saying that like she wanted to switch her pick. Because she didn't think that Pop Team Epic has a plot, but I think that this is...
Oh my god.
The trap plot is going to be enough to drag... Trust me, there'll be enough of Greg dying.
Tune in! Oh, at the end where it's like, tune in on the next episode, fall in love again on the next episode. We gotta fall in love again.
If this ends up in some alternate universe actually being a trap, I will literally die. Greg can be 2 spots on this podcast because I will be dead.
I'm going to make a film theory. I'm gonna send an email to Matt.
No one even knows what the I can't even make a joke because no one knows what the film theory theme sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one knows.
No one cares.
Exactly. I can't even make a joke. No, he has a separate map. Has a separate
I know. I watched it, but it's not as catchy as Game Theory.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Map Pack kind of sucks. Anyway, this isn't the video game podcast.
Stupid.
Or the Pope podcast or the Undertale cast.
Oh my god! The fact that he gave the Pope Undertale, I can't.
Oh my gosh! Okay, let's stop roasting that, Pat. We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Yeah,
you blew off the meaning of your entire existence.
We gotta move on.
Well, yeah, we'll save that for our video game podcast.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so what's next? Ito Junji?
Yes,
Ito?
Junji.
The Vore episode?
Junji Ito.
Oh my gosh.
The second episode.
Vore.
So...
No, I saw, like, when the,
great.
when the freaking girl opened her mouth, I was like, woo!
Vores.
Greg has traps, and Ariana has Vore.
Right in
Am I the only
one?
Ariana loves Vores. Oh my god. But okay. So honestly, I thought that this was okay. Well, let me rephrase that. So I get what you're saying now. That this was horror meant to be read, not animated.
Yes,
because
100%.
These were creepy stills. But the more they tried to put pad and put filler, the less impactful they became.
Exactly.
Okay, Fuchi, is that like the one? Oh my god.
Fuchi's the monster in the first story.
She got terrifying in some parts. She was genuinely creepy. But it didn't really work in the end because I was expecting I don't know. I thought I was kind of expecting something
a jump scare,
way bigger at the end.
And then it just
anime
ended.
And the volume.
It would look so good if they had CGI on that scene. I wanted more
Man, if they could get the Citrus team on that one.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, how about you ditch Citrus and join our team? Citrus is a lost cause at this point.
If they're lucky, they can get the Death March team. If they're lucky.
Dude, if they have enough,
No.
the budget.
I mean, that's
that
what I was saying.
That looks like a high-budgeted CGI right there.
What I'm saying is you can tell the in-betweens that are really bad, like running in place looking scenes that are okay, we don't know what to do with this direction here because we don't have Ito Junji writing for us.
Yeah,
you can tell okay, I'll be full disclosure here. Long Dreams is one of my favorite actual stories by him.
No, yeah, I really want to talk about
that.
Dude,
that was so good because they transitioned it so well.
Yeah,
it's
creepy. It's such a creepy concept. It's such a good it's just explained enough to be terrifying, but not explained too much that it's okay, we get it. Okay.
I'll be honest, when it was really terrifying because when Mommy, I think that's the girl's name, that got infected with Long Dreams later, when they jump cut from having Fuchi eating people straight to Mommy, I thought that it jump cut to who was the person that Fuchi ate?
The girl.
Yeah,
the director. I don't know the girl's name, but I thought that I thought that the girl that Fuchi ate, I thought that was a dream, and it just jumped cut to
person?
And that they were the same person because they looked really similar,
yeah. That's right. I thought that was
so
the same person
to start. But then
no, because I remember I remember when I started this episode, I'm like, man, I wish they did something good like Long Dreams, and then they cut to it, I'm like, oh my god, they're doing it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I freaked out, dude. I was hyped for it. They did a pretty okay job. I like that one way better than than Fuchi's.
The previous episode. Yeah, I told you, I said it was the second episode was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. But before we move on to the second volume of that, just to wrap up, so we think that the Fuchi arc was just more gore than anything else.
Yeah, they wanted the shock. They wanted the shock, oh my gosh, this is scary.
Now, okay, Long Dreams, oh my gosh. They turned horror into philosophy so quickly.
No, but Long Dreams is such a good because it's creepy because then you're like, man, what wow, you're thinking of the moral consequences, and you're
oh
man, whoa, no, this is creepy.
Yeah,
because what if, dude?
Yeah,
what if?
It's insane.
If a story makes you go, what if, and it's horror, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
I love the fact its main source of being scary and stuff is when they have those still pics, you're staring at that guy's crumbling body for 10 20 seconds. That's the part where it's scary.
Yeah, you can tell what were the frames of the manga.
Yeah,
you can tell the shock, oh my gosh, this is why it's creepy. I'm scared.
And I was not expecting that.
And then there's dead music, it's condescending music or just death silence. I like it when it's silent. Yeah. It's scary.
The atmosphere. That's the one thing. That's the one thing this does perfectly. It's the atmosphere. Yeah, they're great. The colors and the music are great compliments. To it.
They nailed the shock factor because what I was expecting more was for him to go insane, not for him to change in physical appearance. So
yeah,
because like he was in a dream for like 20 years and he would still look the same. So I was like, I did not expect the sudden 180 of holy crap, what is this? Like I was shocked. But then it was like I kept thinking just how interesting it would be to debate something like that, because of whether or not it would be ethical to give someone an eternal dream to give them technically eternal life. Is that actually cruel? Because
it's definitely
he
cruel.
like the doctor justified it by like, well, she was so scared of death.
Yeah, she was so scared of death.
Might as well.
And he's so scared of living because he had to live for like hundreds of years in that body.
Symbolism.
Well, at one point, like, okay, in this dream, at one point, would he have to die? Like, what happens if he died? Would he just keep sleeping, or is he gonna
what would
like
happen?
live another life?
I always thought when he like his body disintegrated, that was him dying in the dream. I don't know if that's like a religious thing though, but I assume that would end the dream.
Yeah. Jeez, like, ooh, that gave me chills.
I love Long G. That's one of my favorites of his. It's great.
I didn't understand why he never asked for like euthanasia or something.
Yeah, like at some point,
like just kill me.
Suicide.
I guess if you were living your entire life and then you wake up, it's like, okay, oh man, this sucks.
It's not just
like,
that. Like he wakes up and he thinks he's still in the dream. Like, and then at that point he was like, I can't tell between like dreams and reality anymore, which is creepy because then he like runs into that girl's room and is like, oh my god, my wife, what's up with you and all that stuff. So
yeah, like in all honesty,
dude, imagine being that girl.
Yeah, like
imagine being that girl.
Crazy.
God, she's scared of death, and then this walking skeleton comes up in her room. It's like my wife.
My wife. Like, it's just Borat.
My man.
He's in a dream he wakes up after like a dream that lasts like 100 years. Like, at what point do you just think, what I feel like because waking up, that's
killing
one day.
Myself.
It's one day of waking up, and then the rest you're back in a 200-year dream right after. Like,
I think after the wife one, I'm just like,
the dream is the reality at that point. I would think that the dream is the reality, and I wouldn't be able to snap out if I were thinking that like the girl mommy was my wife. Like I would think that that reality would have been the dream, in my opinion.
Whoa, dude. I didn't know this was philosophy cast.
Well, that's the thing. Like
TOK up in here.
Like,
I'll link this video.
Horror is like
link it up in
this
the
horror
ID
is really
boards.
cool. And this horror is definitely much cooler than I originally gave it credit for. Just because.
Yeah.
Like, because I was.
And you doubted me.
No, I didn't doubt you. That was like I was expecting shock. Like, I guess that was what you could say, because typically in horror you expect shock, but this game
it's more of like
more than just shock. Like,
yeah, it's more of like you're staring at a dead guy crumbling away.
Yeah. Like, it made you feel like
it's like the gut horror where you're like, oh man, I don't want to like sleep tonight.
Yeah, it's
that's all I had. That's all I had in the back of my head. I'm like, what if I fall asleep and I have a
100-year dream? Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you never know. I mean, you could be living it right now.
Scary.
Yeah, you could.
He said it was super realistic in his dreams, so you'll never know.
Dude, if you're
actually
wake up. This is the doctors. This is the doctors. Ted, wake up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
wait. So like, wouldn't it be cool if the dream, like when you dream about like in real life, that would be equivalent to one day in real life, but then you're going back to real life and it'd be a dream. If you know what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait,
like,
no.
No, here, we're living in this real life right now, right? When we live, it's longer than our dreams. Let's say that you had a dream that lasted for only such a short period of time. That's like equivalent to that guy dreaming for a long period of time, but then waking up to a short period of time. So it's backwards for us.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying sleep and reality get like reversed. I get it.
Yeah,
that would be. Oh man.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Dude, what happens when he falls asleep? And does he go like full Inception? He has to fall asleep, right?
Yeah, he falls
in his dream.
Yeah, that would
in his dream.
Gosh.
So does he have another dream?
Maybe. Well, we're about to eclipse 10 minutes, so we have to stop it now before we get so philosophical. But overall, I think
astral projection.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad I stuck by my choice.
Yeah, I'm glad that we stuck by it too. So, moving on then to the last anime of the docket.
Oh no.
We're moving on to
that's Ramens.
Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens, the show.
And now we know why it's called it.
Explained why it's called what it is.
Yep. No. Hey, it's in the opening.
Roll credits.
Yeah. So,
it's in the opening, so it's got to be.
Hey, give me some Hankatsu Tonkotsu Ramen. And like credits roll, and like it's like freeze frame.
Well, like the first thing I want to mention is like from a directing perspective, this anime is it's so good at its transitions. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Like,
it's very. You were right. It's very
at showing
very Durarara.
How
it flows well.
Interconnected, and I'm glad that it is like Durarara and Baccano in that respect.
Yeah, I mean,
like you get
and the colors, dude.
Yeah, the colors.
Oh man, they use colors so well. They use colors so well. It's great.
And everyone's like, I had to draw, like, I had to sketch like some sort of flowchart because things are getting so interconnected just by episode 2. I did not expect things to just get this, like, I thought this would be another exposition episode, because, like, I was completely expecting something like that. I mean, they had to establish all the characters in episode 1, so I thought they'd still have to establish. They're straight into having
they're already
fight
going
everyone. It's insane. But, well, first, I thought that, the business card effect, where, like, the fire...
where you burns it, like
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
Dude, Bomba X Lin. That's what I say. That's it. Greg Griggs inserting as Bomba right now.
Please no.
Greg's like, if only, only, dude.
Oh my god, don't do this.
My personal trap.
Hit me.
My personal hitman trap. Oh
man.
Oh my Hitman, gosh. Hit me.
Guys, I have this theory.
I have a theory. The hitman trap might not be a trap after all. Could be a girl.
Oh my god! Please don't do this.
If you look at the end card,
they might just have.
Oh my god! Please don't do this.
This is the meme. You brought this upon yourself.
No, I did this because I genuinely think that might be a thing in pop culture.
You genuinely were interested in the trap, yes.
But. What?
Yeah, hey man, I don't blame you.
My God.
I don't blame you.
Yes, well, 2018.
To each his own. To each his own.
If we're just gonna talk about stuff like that, you want to talk about the titty bar?
Let he who has not sinned to cast the first stone.
You want to talk about the titty bar?
The what?
Wait.
The
roll
titty
back.
Bar. The titty bar.
Oh yeah, dude. Saito's my favorite character already.
Oh my God.
Saito's already my favorite.
And then we find the guy.
When he finds, like, Lynn's sister in the apartment, and he, like, books it, and he's, like, spamming the elevator button. Oh, man.
Dude, so I was like, dang, must have been, like, a crazy night, you know?
Yeah, that's it's, like, dead. It's like
I saw he was, like, dude, was he, like, sleep murdering or something?
No,
they like, framed him.
They framed it.
They definitely framed him, for sure.
Yeah, I know, but I just thought this was my first reaction.
Yeah. Poor Lynn.
It's insane.
Poor Lynn.
It's insane.
He didn't deserve it. He's like the guy from I don't think you guys watched it, but like Koito Uso. It's like this guy with brown hair. It's one of those guys. He's a generic like nice boys. Yeah. Soy boy. He's a soy boy.
Soy boy. Saito is a soy boy. Yeah. No, Saito's for real my favorite character because he's the straight man. He's the guy who we're supposed to relate to. Like, wow, into over our heads. Like, well, this is crazy.
But then he's gonna be like the most OP like hitman in the series because we haven't seen him kill anyone yet.
Like
he'll be the lucky guy.
Yeah, I can definitely see like if I were to relate this to Durarara that Saito is going to be the Mikado of this anime, just because.
No, I like how the samurai guy's basically the Dullahan or whatever from Durarara.
That's
like I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, like,
I like how it's basically just Durarara, but like assassins
reskin.
specifically.
Like it's just a reskin Durarara, but I mean, I think
Durarara's awesome.
Yeah, Durarara's awesome, but oh man, there's just so much that has happened this episode, and I don't even know how to like.
Dude, calling it now. Saito's the samurai. Calling it.
Saito's the samurai. Calling it now.
Saito's the samurai. Calling it now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Nah,
and I wouldn't be surprised if they had a baseball game. Basketball.
Yeah. One job.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's what it was.
Baseball game, right? Please. Hey, man, we have the rest of the season. You can turn it into baseball anytime.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like, little do we know this is a super successful, long-running baseball series, like manga in Japan. It's like,
this was really a baseball manga the entire time.
I'm gonna call it right now. They're gonna have something with baseball.
Well, yeah, because it's like, I mean, that has to be some symbol for something. I don't know what it's for.
Yeah, it's not
definitely
just
a symbol for something.
Bimbos or whatever his name is, Bambi.
Bimbo.
Also, quick question.
Like when walks in, it's like,
just his
you're
hobby.
Bimbo, right? You're Bilbo, right? What? No, it's Bonba. Yeah, Binbo. Bonebo. Bonbo, right? No?
I don't know. Can we, I just have a question about the Avenger. Like, I don't know his name. I just call him, like, do you know who I'm talking about? The one with the blue collar?
I think so.
The one that was about to, like, kill Saito.
Yeah, I don't know his name. There's too many characters.
I'm just gonna refer to him.
Oh wait, is he the one with like he's a bartender too?
Yeah, he's the flamboyant bartender.
He's the Avenger. He's the Avenger head.
Yeah, like so. Quick question:
Revenger.
Who is the girl with him all the time?
The lolly.
The little lolly.
Yeah, like who is that?
She could be 12.
It's some lolly assassin. You just haven't seen her do anything.
Like, oh my gosh.
She's a lolly assassin.
But why? Why does everybody have to?
Because it's a show, dude. It's an anime.
Fair enough.
Of course, there's gonna be a 12-year-old assassin. It's an anime.
Greg, are you saying you've never met a 12-year-old assassin before?
I haven't actually. I'll be honest.
Damn.
I know. I live a boring life.
That sucks.
I want to see her kill someone.
I'm waiting for it. I'm expecting it.
That's the hype for the series, not like how this is gonna play out. Just, man, I hope that lolly kills someone.
No, I mean, like, there are like 3
and I thought you were here for the trap.
Like, I don't know. At first I thought that Murder Inc. was like the umbrella company for everything, but as it turns out, Murder Inc. is like there's Murder Inc. There's what is it like? Who's the
Mirror Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.
Avenger, the Revengers.
Yeah, the Revengers and
Kakkoii and the Revengers.
Like, there's so many different factions, and at first I thought Murder Inc. was like the umbrella corporation, but Murder Inc. is like the place that you go to if you have no idea. It's like your first time wanting to try.
Yeah, because that's where Saito works.
Like that's like the vanilla, as I'm realizing now. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's where Saito works.
This is very deep.
That's the vanilla. That's the vanilla murder company.
Vanilla murder.
Vanilla murder.
Vanilla murder.
Not modded.
Delicious. I'm not modded. I'm still mad about it.
Oh my gosh. Ah, boy.
Yeah, but this was a good week. Are we doing lists again?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we can wrap up Ramens prematurely. There's just so much to talk about. All I can really say is watch it, please. We'll watch the first episode, open the wiki, and then watch the second one. And then watch the second one.
Yeah, go ahead and watch the first episode, and then watch the second episode, but drop Death March.
Just watch this like twice over.
Yeah.
Just watch it again.
This is definitely not a disappointment so far, at least.
Oh yeah, this is fun. I'm having fun.
All right, so
I'm just excited to see more. And
yeah.
That's all 6. Any other comments?
Yeah,
that's all 6.
Well, right? Is it fair that I can rate Death March my top 6? Is that fair?
Sure.
I think
it deserves it.
It looks like a top 7 to me.
Just throw in more slots.
I'm throwing in. I'm
number
throwing
20,
in.
Death March. 19, Death Match.
Death Match.
Death Match.
Well, I mean, do you guys want to start with the lists?
All right.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, I think mine's honestly the same. I think.
All right.
I was gonna move Junji up, but Ramen's got interesting, so I think I'm gonna keep it there. Mine is top to bottom. It's top to bottom, 1 to 6. It goes Violet Evergarden, Pop Team Epic, Ramens, Junji Ito, Citrus, Death March.
All right. Yeah.
Same one.
Yeah, that's just off episode 1s and 2. So, yeah.
1s and 2s, baby.
I don't
think it's gonna change. There's gonna be some major change, and if this is gonna change things.
I'm like, I can see that changing, but I don't really.
Citrus and Death March. It's really just saying if Ramens
not Citrus and Death.
or
I have this feeling that, I feel like. I really hope it doesn't, but I feel like the craziness of Pop Team Epic may wear off at some point. I don't know when, but I hope it doesn't.
Cynical.
It's not going to be all random. There might be some like long going plot.
Yeah, that's what I'm
definitely not. Definitely not. I think you're at the wrong show. It's a trap plot. It's a trap plot.
I think we're hoping.
I mean, this anime is not like more for like it's not a plot heavy based anime. It's more of just like a refresher. Like you've watched Death March and you're like, I want to kill myself. So just you open up Pop Team Epic. It's like a refresher anime. It's like
yeah. If a Pop Team didn't follow Death March on my watch schedule, I don't know if I'd be here today. I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
It's like you have to dilute it down.
Just
I got bad anime tolerance. That's my skill that got ranked up from watching it. Bad anime tolerance.
Well,
crank it up, boys. Max it out. We're gonna need it.
So I guess I'll do my list then. What was it? So I guess top to bottom. I'm thinking Violet Evergarden, Ramens, Pop Team Epic, then Ito Junji, then Citrus, then Death March.
Wow, you
definitely moved your own pick. No, you really moved your own pick up a lot, Greg.
Okay, the only reason
you kind of moved your.
I don't know. That seems kind of biased to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can I redo mine? Junji Ito.
Oh my god. No, I mean the problem is that everything went up. And I didn't know how to... Nothing really... Well, okay, Death March went down, and so did Citrus, but...
Yeah, Death March can't get any lower, trust me. It would be
like,
lower.
Each time I finished in order of
What did you mean it went lower? It should have been on the lowest part.
Yeah, I'm saying we had to create new things for it to go below.
But no, like, the reason why I moved Death March is... not Death March, Pop Team Epic is... I guess I moved Pop Team Epic for the reason, like, as I was... saying before, I fear that its randomness might get old. So far, like it hasn't. I still think that it's going to be
so
a
far
solid...
it hasn't.
I want some mature humor.
Like, it's not
I want some mature humor.
It hasn't showed up yet, so
anime.
I don't understand why you got it.
Just
because
looking
it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I know, but like looking at episodes 1 and 2 holistically, I feel establishing a tone. I feel that Ramens is at least better from a plot stamp. Obviously, you can't really say the Pop Team Epic has a plot, but
but that's not its point. Though.
Yeah, it's not its point, but I don't know. I thought that Ramens was interesting enough for it to for now. This is only temporary, but I thought that episode 2 was good enough that it would rise up further. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you're left. Right, your list is low.
Oh, my list. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to say Violet, then Pop, then Junji, Citrus, Ramen, then Death March.
Nice. Moving on up to the east side.
Yeah, I put Junji up and then Citrus down just because I actually lost interest in Citrus. Like I was watching it and I remember the scene where she yells out into the crowd, it's like, "Hey guys, I'm like the director's granddaughter thing, whatever," and she tries to like apologize for it, and I'm like, now I remember why I didn't finish this one, so I want to kill myself.
Yeah, it's bad. Citrus is bad. Don't watch it. Sorry.
Wait, and then they had like that. Like hot Yuri action, and then he walks in.
Oh,
and I'm just like,
yeah.
All right, fine. You can just cut me
May,
like that.
Hey, May, are you home?
Oh my god!
Get out of my house!
Oh no!
If I ever have a kid, I'm gonna just bolt to their room when I get home. Just hey,
he walks in casually.
How did he get there that fast? No, he bolted up the stairs, then pretended like he was walking casually up there. Like, hey, how's it going?
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Granddad is the cuckold of the season.
Don't watch Citrus or Death March. Don't.
No, okay.
Sorry.
Let's.
No, Citrus is definitely something you could give a chance to.
I'll give Citrus episode 3.
No, I already gave it episode 2.
Wait. Question. Are we doing a thing where like we're dropping anime or something?
No, we have to watch. Dude.
We commit.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a martyr here. I'm trying to be a martyr for the people, so they don't have to deal with this.
Oh man. Oh, gosh.
I still prefer Darling of the Franxx to be on this list, but like, it's already 3 episodes. Yeah, I was gonna say we're already 3 episodes in.
For that.
I just wanted to say there's so much you could talk about this anime because at first I treated it as a serious anime because like it's all mecha and action, right? And then the second episode, they like show how the mechas are like operated, and it's like a sex metaphor. Like they're doing it like a doggy, like in a doggy style position.
You get it?
They make like that. I'm just like Trigger. Don't do this. Oh my god, it's gross.
Welcome to anime. I don't know what you were expecting. serious.
Yeah, what was I expecting? Like Trigger, I was like, oh wow, Trigger's actually gonna make a serious anime this time, but you know.
Yeah, right.
Then they throw out this shit, and I'm just like,
oh no.
That's fine. It's good.
Trigger's gonna save the anime industry once again.
Sure is.
All right.
Can't wait for it.
Hey, they saved the industry last season with Little Witch Academia. Oh, last year.
All right. Well.
What a classic.
I mean, with all that, should we sign off for this officially?
Fall in love again next week.
Yeah, fall in love again next week, everyone.
Fall in love again next week.
That should be our closing.
Next week, Greg is revealed as a trap.
Oh my god. That's getting cut from the video.